Hi, howdy, and hello guys, my name is Hank and I just got out of seeing Send Help. A woman and her overbearing boss become stranded on a deserted island after a plane crash. They must overcome past grievances and work together to survive, but ultimately, it's a battle of wills and wits to make it out alive. And the film is directed by Sam fucking Raimi. I grew up with the original Spider-Man trilogy, and Spider-Man 2 is my all-time favorite movie.
Oh.
And then later in my teens being obsessed with his other movies like Evil Dead, Darkman.
But let's pretend you didn't.
And my favorite of his outside of Spider-Man being Army of Darkness.
I'll swallow your soul!
Come get some.
And hell, Doctor Strange 2 is only as good as it is because Sam Raimi gave us this. Naturally, when I heard Raimi was coming out with another movie, I immediately became excited. The movie stars Rachel McAdams as Linda, a woman who feels she deserves more in life than just working at a desk. From the second McAdams appears on screen, you know exactly the type of character that she is. She's someone who's overly optimistic despite being walked all over, overlooked, and not having a lot of friends. When her boss passes away, his frat boy son takes over the company, and like McAdams' character, you know exactly the type of person Dylan O'Brien's character, Bradley, is. This is someone you work with, somebody you went to high school with, or even somebody in your family. You know, a privileged white dude who's full of himself even though he's never actually amounted to anything. You know, the guy who owns a Cybertruck and listens to Joe Rogan. After they land on this island, you think the film is going to go in a certain direction, and it starts to for a while. And one of the many aspects I really enjoyed of this movie is that you don't really know who you're rooting for, and in a lot of movies that's a negative, but here it's a great way of building tension and having you guess what might happen next. One of the scenes that really highlights this is in the middle of the movie, Linda and Bradley are sitting by a fire and just kind of talking about their past, and it even had me think, oh, maybe there's some common ground between the two of them. Maybe they can make this work. Probably not, though. Now, the film is listed as a horror comedy, and although there are some jump scares, I would actually more classify this as a thriller comedy. The movie is more concerned with how this character is going to interact with that character in this situation. The movie still has its Raimi-isms, like the Evil Dead camera pan, weird close-up shots, and body parts getting hurt. One of the problems I had walking into this movie is, how does this lady who works at a desk all day know how to survive on a deserted island? And I won't tell you guys why, because I feel like if I did, you'd probably think, oh, well that's stupid. That's a stupid way to legitimize it. But I actually like the way that they presented it, and it does make a lot of sense. And without any spoilers, the movie does have a little bit of a twist at the end that I didn't see coming. And personally, I thought it was fucking awesome. As far as issues that I personally have with the movie, I would say that there is a scene or two that could have either been cut or edited. And even though that these two scenes are relatively short, they do kind of put the movie at a halt. But personally, guys, I fucking love this movie. And I think you are too. Did you see Send Help? What'd you think of it? Let me know down below. Till next time, guys, I'll see ya.